So good morning. I see we have already 9 people coming to this one of a kind infomercial webinar. So I'll just give some space for the people to join. I think also Sarah on our side will come. We have a lot of things to discuss. And by the way, feel free to join the sessions because you can be live on stage as well if you want to ask any questions. I think we can have up to 10 people on stage with me now. So feel free to click on the button, join now, and you can be on stage. So still a couple of minutes, and then we can get started. Okay, right, it's time to start. So I will go to the points. Welcome to this session. Thank you for joining us. And so the purpose is to present Realty 23, the Real Estate Summit. So I have a few slides to go over. So I will directly jump. I will directly start sharing if I can. Good. So, so why can't you miss Realty 23? I think what I would like to discuss today is first, what is Realty? What is new in 23? Present the new floor plan, presents the confirmed first partners of our innovation pavilion, then explain how to get the most out of the exhibiting experience, what are the concrete tips and tricks to really get the max out of it, and also discuss the exclusive opportunities we bring to the table today. And we will end up with the Q&A sessions at the end. But feel free to interrupt at any time, by the way. I don't see the screen, so if you have any questions, maybe just jump on stage, right? It's between us, so no issue. So what is Realty? Realty is the largest real estate summit in Belgium. Actually, the one and only real estate summit. So it's an event gathering 2,000 decision makers, 1 people out of 2 is CEO, and it's organized by Easy Fairs, which is I think the number 9 biggest event organizer in the world. They have around 300 summits, 800 employees, so really, really professional fair organizers. And Realty is the only event that they organize B2B for real estate. So it's really, really super qualitative event. And I think it's the 14th edition. And it's been 6 years that we help them with everything related to innovations. So in terms of who is the audience coming, it's really the complete value chain of construction and real estate with a big concentration of real estate developer. It's the core target, but still a lot of construction, architects, engineers, general contractor. They have REITs, they have also governments, public bodies, they have property managers, facility managers, brokers. All of the leading brokers are there. And again, it's really very, very senior. So the level of seniority is super high. So it's only decision makers. So it's very prestigious event. I think the tickets cost around 950 euro per person. So it's also a sort of way to guarantee the quality of the attendees in a way, right? And so I think they have 10% of international visitors that come from the neighborhood countries, but it stays a very hyper-local event because real estate is local. And it's mainly Brussels, 44%, then Flanders, 40%, and then something like 10%, 16% for Wallonia, which is also a fair picture of the existing real estate market, right? And so we have also a lot of mayors that come and public decision makers, politicians, ministers, etc., like we have in the after movie here. So very qualitative event. And it also takes place in the most iconic building of Belgium, I think, the Gare Maritime from Nextensa. So amazing location, really beautiful, definitely the most iconic. And so they build all of the summit inside the central Oli, so you have access to an unprecedented environment surrounding you, so really beautiful. So what is new in 23? The core topic of the event is how will we live in 2050? So we'll unpack all of the topics related to decarbonization, but also all of the large challenges that our sector is currently facing. You know that real estate generates 40% CO2 emissions, 40% of the waste come from our sector. You know that cities today represent only 3% of the total land surface, but generates 70% of the resources. Um, so it's really in cities that we have all of the problems. So we will really unpack what is the future of cities, how will we live in 2050, right? And so to discuss this, we will have three different content hubs, two different large stage, I would say the main stage, and then one innovation talk room that I will present you in a second. And so we took a lot of lessons from 2000 and from last year edition. So there were two different entrants. So it was hard maybe to track the visitors because they could enter from one or the other entrance. You had different conference rooms that were next to each other, and so people were staying in the middle. You had a big concentration of people in the middle. We had the innovation sections that were separated by the main stage. You had no specific matchmaking services, limited social media promotion, and the innovation tech room, talk room was called the co-living room. So it was a bit misinterpreted. It was a bit leading to confusion because was this only about co-living, or so it wasn't super clear. And so lessons learned is that we will have only one entrance at the center. You will see it's amazing. You have the two conference stages that are at the extreme opposites to I would say to fuel people flow and traffic of people. You have the innovation section next to the stage. You will see we have a kiosk where we will do personalized matchmakings and personalized tours to do introductions to the innovation. So I will explain you this in a second, but this for me is amazing. I mean, I'm big fan of this idea. We brainstormed a lot. We will do also media promotions with the combined network of Realty and PropTech Lab. So I will explain that in a second. And we also include all of the talks in the innovation talk room in the official conference program, which was not the case last year, so to make more promotion. So if I have to take a bit of helicopter view, what are the big news of Realty in 23? We will have a dance party on the Tuesday, so end of day one until 11 p.m., like a big nocturne with cocktails and DJ. Also good for networking and to get to know people a bit differently. We have the innovation talk room where people will be equipped with headsets so they can really listen to the quality of the content of the session. So it's way more, I would say, intimate as content as format and more efficient. Most bright innovation, I think, is the innovation kiosk. So we will have a meeting point in the center, right in front of the entrance, where it will be written, "Get your personalized innovation tour." And so we will be, the PropTech Lab team will be waiting there to meet corporates, and everyone who wants to have a personalized tour in the innovation pavilion can ask us. And so we will ask all of the key questions. What is your core business, your asset class? What is your innovation focus? What do you have any challenges, etc.? And based on their answers, we will see what are the right startups that we will introduce them to. And so we get rid of the pain for corporates to go in the innovation tech room and to go in the innovation pavilion and starts to shake hands and waste a bit of time. And so it's a bit painful for them, to do the ice breaking because they don't want to be harassed by commercial people who want to sell their product. So now it's totally different dynamic. We will organize for them a personalized tour, and we will say, okay, we meet in 20 minutes there, and we will present you 5 or 7 relevant startups for you. And so a commercial conversation with the ice-breaking and painful, etc., turns into a warm introduction, a great conversation, potentially win-win partnerships. So it's a totally different, I would say, vision. So I'm really a big fan of it. There is also a city corner where the major cities will present their real estate project and their vision for their cities. We have some lockers with also possibility to brand them and to advertise on them, where people can let their personal stuff, etc. We have a co-working area, so it's a location designed as a workstation where people can work, do meetings, and video conference, etc. We have also a talent wall, which is done in partnership with KU Leuven, where the, the startups and corporates can post their vacancies and engage with young talent and high potentials to facilitate recruitment. And there is a new floor plan. So it's really good. I mean, I think it's really leveling up the quality of renovation high. And we have also a dance conference program, including one of the conference we organize, which is day 2, beginning of the afternoon, around 2 p.m., where we'll have Google, Siemens, BNP Paribas Real Estate, and Patrizia. So 2 real estate giants and 2 real estate giants. So 2 real estate giants and 2 tech giants. And the topic will be, should tech giants and real estate giants partner up, compete, or ignore each other to build resilient cities? And so this is really, I think, a super high-level conference, because we have the responsible for the Siemens Stadt, the smart city of Siemens in Berlin. Because Siemens, not a lot of people know this, but Siemens is building currently a smart city of 1 million square meters next to Berlin. And so they want to build a demonstrator of innovation with all of the latest Siemens technology. So it's a huge project, and so it means that Siemens is building a city, becomes a developer and an operator of a smart city. So I love it. And then on Google, of course, we have Sidewalks Lab. So it's one of the responsible of Sidewalks Lab that comes from New York. So we convinced him with a lot of energy and passion to come to small country Belgium to explain what is Google willing to do in real estate, right? So really a big fan of this. And then the 2 other panelists are also massive captains of industry, Kevin Cardona coming from France, and Gregory Pittel coming from Germany. So let me present you really quickly the floor plan. The floor plan has lots of different changes compared to the previous editions. So number 1, there is one entrance, which is, as I said, at the center. So people will enter from here, and then we'll go here or here, right? You have the 2 main stages, which are at the opposites of the summit, to increase the people flow, as I discussed, and the traffic of visitors, so the 2,000 people. And here you have the innovation talk room, which is next to the pavilion of innovation, which is here. So it means that every time a startup organizes something, it's close to them. And so last time it was on the opposite, so it was really far, so it doesn't make sense. So now I think this is really, really a good floor plan. I'm a big fan. And Realty team organizing this really did, I think, a good job. And most importantly, there is this meeting point here where, as I explained, we have the innovation kiosk. So it means that every time someone enters, we will be here with a big smile saying, hey, can I ask you a few questions? And we create a profile on a tablet. And what is the pain point, innovation focus, etc., etc. Okay, parking mutualization, then we send there. Air quality monitoring, then we send there. Access control, then we send there. Energy efficiency, we send there. They look for a platform to optimize budget and planning in construction. Okay, we send there. And so we really create their profile of interest. And then we say, perfect, can we meet in 30 minutes for your personalized tour? And then we do it, so great. So who are the first partners confirmed? We recently launched Realty 23, and we have Shaps, Cindy, Codehive, Plug Invest, Econova, and Wood Inc. already confirmed. And And so I wanted also to spend a bit of time on how to get the max out of it, because we go to a lot of summits, a lot of fairs, and not always everyone is very positive about their experience as exhibitor. And so I think it's not only due to the design of the event itself, it's also due to preparation, right? And so this is how the event looked like. So the Innovation Pavilion, it's been, as I said, around 6 years that we have launched this. So in 2019, we were in 2017 in Brussels, 18 in Brussels, 19 in Knokke, then 2020 COVID cancelled, and then 21 back into a taxi, and 22 you can see the pictures here, but it was always the same format. So it's an innovation pavilion where all of the startups have a booth like this. So you have a desk with a screen and chairs, and so the idea is to do back-to-back meetings. The idea is really a workstation where you do back-to-back meetings. And we are also in favor of exhibiting hardware. So if you have anything hardware that you want to show to create a bit of an experience, we're really in favor of this, because I think it levels up the quality of the experience for the attendees, the quality of the event in general. But so this is what is available, booth like this. And so in terms of the investment costs, you have three different packages: the silver, the gold, and the platinum, which gives access to different, I would say, deliverables. So I will maybe not go into all of the details now, but I think what is important is that we really designed these offers with two main key value creation drivers in mind: the idea of brand recognition, how can we offer the maximum visibility, and the idea of customer acquisition, how can we facilitate the lead generation and customer acquisition the most. So you get a desk, you can get a number of entrance tickets, ice-breaking email. This is really great. So Realty sends to all of the attendees, do you want to meet, again, rent to buy startups to solve the affordability issue, or do you want to meet a 3D visual rendering to ease the sales process, or do you want to meet after sales management platform or whatever? So they send this to all of the attendees of Realty before the event. So I think it's really great value. Access to the matchmaking platform. So you are referenced in the kiosk personalized tour. So we do the tour for you. Dedicated e-blast from PropTech Lab that we send to all our complete database to present you to all of the attendees. Not only Realty does it, we also do it. So double visibility, etc., etc. And what is great is that in all of the partners we have signed already, one was platinum, so there is only one platinum seat left, and two were gold, so only three gold seat left. So it really shows the traction and the market validation. The startups are happy with this offering, so we're good. But the advice that I wanted to share is the following one. So first, when you exhibit, you should have a clear call to action. So it should be very easy to capture lead and very easy to do something right after that you meet that you meet the prospect, right? Start the outreach to the attendees the earliest possible to maximize the number of meetings you can have. And so sometimes startups want to do this super early, but the database is not available, the networking platform is not available. So, but this time we will make sure that it's available as soon as possible. It's crucial for the success, and I'm aware of that, and so it's very important. So also try to attend sessions, all of the keynote or the sessions that are in your sphere, in your theme, in your vertical, and try to be the first one to ask compelling questions. Right after the sessions, raise your hand, have your questions already prepared, present yourself. You can say that you're exhibiting there, for instance, and ask very good questions. Not commercial questions, it would be counterproductive, but authentic questions, right? Then also, when you end up a sales meeting with a prospect, don't hesitate to say, how should we follow up on this one? So you can prioritize the next steps, and you can also prioritize the leads, because a lot of them say, yeah, we could be interested, but we don't have the project now or whatever. And so try to prioritize this by asking, how can we prioritize the next steps for you? Also, don't hesitate to talk to your neighbors, all of the other startups around you. Ask them how does it work for them, what are the leads they generate, and ask for advice. What are the best practice, etc. And finally, also, it's always great to thank the organizers, say that you really enjoy the sessions, etc. You want to be involved next year. Yeah, gratefulness. So this being said, I wanted to take this webinar to present exclusive opportunities for the attendees that are currently listening. So thinking about what we can do, I'm very happy to announce you that we organize a fundraising pitch. So we will have a session where 5 VCs will be jury members, and all of the startups currently raising capital will be able to pitch on stage. So this is in the innovation talk room, and so of course we will prioritize the startups that are exhibiting, so they will be able to pitch in front of VCs and any other investors willing to invest. We will also organize an exclusive networking session with all of our speakers. So Google Sidewalks Lab, Siemens Stats, Patrizia, BNP Paribas Real Estate, Giulia Fritoli from Big Architects. So this can have a form of a lunch or a dinner or a cocktail. We don't know yet, but we want to offer the opportunity to build relations with these out of the reach amazing speakers during an exclusive experience, right? So it will be a lunch or something. And this, again, it's only for the startups that will exhibit. And so it's an extra mile that we do because we really want to have value. You have also the possibility to speak in the innovation tech room. And so there, I think the importance is to speak out, to be creative. So we could, for instance, foresee a session about workshops. So what are the best practices, the guidelines, etc., about something like how to be customer-centric, how to do carbon accounting, how to, like workshops like this. It could be awards, award of the most innovating, or the most carbon neutral, or the most successful developer, or I don't know. Let's think about competitions, award, things like this. It could be product training. So if you want to deploy this new CRM in your company, we can train you and do live product training about it, product demo, or we can be creative. Okay, so let's be the most out of the box possible. At the end, it's us innovators who should sort of be provocative, right? We should be bold. I think we are requested to be bold and to be provocative. This is what is requested from the youth and from the innovators. And something else we could do is organize a big ceremony of closing. And so we could organize this thing. All of the startups exhibiting in the Innovation Pavilion will always say to all of the people they meet, come tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the Innovation Pavilion. We have a surprise, I don't know. And then we organize drinks, cocktails, we organize a ping pong competition, a pétanque, whatever, I don't know. We are free to do what we want, but we create momentum, we create an activity, right? So the Innovation Tech Room, talk room is already starts to be filled out. So we don't have many different seats left, but still, of course, it's first come, first serve. So if you're interested, let us know, and we should think about something provocative out of the box. Let's do this. And so I really want to emphasize one thing. We always say it, but we can only, innovation is a collective sport, so that we can only win in team and in ecosystem. And so it means let's think collectively. We could also discuss 2 startups that do one large booth together, or 3 startups that do one booth together. Like we had Neonex Community and Trigger in London, for instance. That was amazing. We're a fan of this. We want to facilitate this. This is what we try to do with ecosystem. So yeah, we can discuss anything. If you have lockers, okay, let's put lockers. If you have a 3D printer, let's put a 3D printer somewhere. Or so let's try to think collectively, and let's try to. I think our challenge together with all of the participants of the Innovation Pavilion is to convince all of the corporates about the importance of the innovation in general, and that the innovators are not here to take their money, but are here to solve their issues and to help the sector to become more sustainable, to become more customer-centric, etc., etc., to solve all of the issues we all know in this sector. So that's why we have to join forces in the most important real estate event of the year. And in terms of next steps, I also wanted to say we kicked off 1st of June, so we have already 6 partners confirmed today. In the 12th of July, we will do a massive promotional video with a portrait of all of the confirmed partners. So this is a great visibility opportunity. So if ever you want to confirm your seats before the 12th of July, you will benefit to this extra visibility. So let us know. And also it's first come, first serves to look where you want to put your booth in the pavilion. So don't wait to be the last one. And then in the 18th of August, we will also launch a big dedicated e-blast to all of the PropTech Lab audience. So it's around 30,000 people with a specific call to action for all of the startups, like book a meeting now and access to your Calendly, for instance, you know. So we will really try to create leads with these actions. So again, this is included into the package, but just it encourages you to take the decision early as possible. And then 19th of September, we have the session. So that's it. Do you have any question, comment, feedback that I could help you with? I'll try to see if there is any question here, but you can come on stage as well. Huh? Focus is rather on optimization of completed buildings, not on construction, right? So question from Alexander Sidorov. No, not true. It's really, first of all, real estate events for real estate developers. So real estate developers are more focused on real estate development, so construction, than asset managers, REIT, etc. So it's not an event for asset managers, more an event for real estate developer. And you have a lot of architects, you have a lot of general contractors, you have a lot of engineers. You have also some product suppliers, like all of the, Aliaxis, Renson, Reinhardt Aluminium, Velux, like, like or Knauf, etc. They are also there, but they're not the core target. The core target is mainly real estate developers. At your service. I have no idea if I was too fast or if everything was crystal clear. Okay. So we still have people watching me and not asking questions. How weird is this? How weird is this? Does it include startup talk on stage? Okay. So to have access to the innovation talk room, you must take a specific package. So that's a very good question. Which is the package? I'm looking at it's the package gold minimum. So it's for investment cost of 5.5K. So I will maybe quickly share the slides to make it more visible for you. So here you have the complete offering. And so you see it's to have access to the innovation talk room. It's here. So it's for the gold 5.5 or for the platinum 6K. Thank you, Jeremy. If you want to join, we should reach to you, yes, to me or to Sarah or to Julia. Team Beck exclusive opportunities are already included into packages. Not sure about what you mean by exclusive opportunity. Exclusive opportunity. Everything is exclusive. I mean, exclusivity, maybe you mean. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand your question, Tim. So if you can clarify. Exclusivity, okay. No, there is no exclusivity. So exclusivity is a topic which is important, but what we want to offer is an overview of what exists. So we will try not to have five competitors, you know. So the biggest variety we have, the better. But we couldn't include exclusivity because that would be way too expensive, and so we couldn't negotiate that with the realty, and I think it would not be relevant for the startups neither because it would be too expensive. So I'm happy to discuss how we can create exclusive partnerships which gives extra visibility. We can see what we can do out of the box, but it's not possible to have exclusivity in the in all of the booths. Because you know, otherwise you would have one developer, one general contractor, one architect, and so the fair is five exhibitors. Since it's a sectorial fair, yeah. Okay. All right. So if there is no further question, ah, ah, okay, 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 okay. Yes, I mentioned the exclusive opportunities. Okay, I absolutely. Um, so okay, this yes, this is already included into the packages. The innovation tech room, you must pay specific packages, but the other are included. But it's first come first served, and we don't know yet exactly what we will do. We'll co-design it together. So yeah, it's included into the packages. Yes, but as Sarah said here in the picture, or Julia or me, if you have any other idea, we can discuss partnerships, right? But the closer we come to the event, the less flexible we are because everything is already defined and designed and decided. So thank you. Okay, then if there is no more question, I guess I will see you around, and I hope that we will be able to build this unique innovation pavilion together. Speak soon. Bye.